What's up guys, we're back again and we're just 1 week away from the release of one of the most anticipated characters in the game, and today I wanted to talk about some of the other characters who could possibly get a new variant in the future, or at the very least a second skill set, and break down what their new gameplay could possibly look like. But if you enjoy discussion videos and breakdowns like this, make sure to drop a like to support the channel, and subscribe because I drop new videos every week. But with all that said, let's jump into it. So the big reveals for season 13 were met with a ton of hype and anticipation, and we also saw a significant increase in active players across the board when it was announced that OFA Deku would be released day 1 of the new season. But there also was a fair bit of division amongst players who would have preferred to see completely new character additions instead of variations of existing characters. But regardless, the team behind Ultra Rumble is clearly focusing on adding updated versions of characters that are more reflective of their current anime counterparts, and the numbers don't lie. This is something players clearly want from their My Hero games. In my recent videos, I shared that currently Bakugo and Shigaraki both have second skill sets in active development, and on one hand that's exciting because it's always great to see new attacks and skills be added for characters because it helps the game to feel fresh, which is important for a live service game. But on the other hand, I understand players being disappointed in seeing more popular characters not only get skill sets ahead of characters who genuinely could benefit from an updated playstyle that better fits the game's current meta, but to now see some of those characters jump the line again for seconds when they're already thriving in the game has to feel like a slap in the face. Let me know in the comments what you think. Would you prefer to see completely new characters added to the game, or are you fine with the new trend of adding variants? But while these characters may not necessarily need new variants or skill sets, being able to pull off some of their newer attacks from the anime is something a lot of players would like to see. And there are currently several characters who could be eligible for potential updates, like Dabi. He currently has 2 skill sets to choose from, but neither of those playstyles really reflect his current fighting style from the show. And if you've been following the recent news and coverage from My Heroes All Justice, then you may have saw some of Dabi's gameplay, and he has several new attacks including Prominence Burn and Hell Spider, as well as some new melee chains. He also has a cool double javelin attack that shoots up from beneath enemies, and we even get to see him use Flash Fire Fist Jet Burn. And when he activates his new Rising mode, we see him activate Phosphorus, which gives him new attacks and his voice even changes. So I think we'll see him get some form of update in upcoming seasons, and I think making a new variant for him would be the best route to go, simply because it gives the devs the most flexibility to include all new attacks and animations for him, including a new special action and his distorted voice. I know some people are hoping to see characters like Toga get an update, and I'm not 100% sold on that idea because she was essentially just a Twice replacement in the show, and we haven't gotten a skill set for Twice yet, so it could be redundant to make a new variant or skill set for her that ultimately just makes her Twice 2.0. But we'll just have to wait and see how things play out. And I know that his skill set still has that new character smell on it, but Endeavor is another character I believe could be up for a new skill set at some point, but obviously not the immediate future. He has so many attacks that aren't present in either of his kits in Ultra Rumble, like Flash Fire Fist Jet Burn, Hell Spider, and they could even make Prominence Burn a command grab. There's actually a lot that could be added to give him a fresh update, and I think that could be something we see down the road if the game continues to perform well financially. There's obviously several more episodes left in the final season of the anime, so there are plenty of new abilities and awakenings we'll see from characters, so there will always be more the team can pull from for inspiration. And we do know from data mines that Bakugo does have a second skill set in development, but I believe Shoto could be another character who gets a new variant instead of a second skill set, simply because he needs a new special action. I don't know what went wrong behind the scenes when it came to figuring out his special action, but it remains one of the worst in the game, and I think his new Phosphorus ability would warrant a second character model anyway. We see a few of his new attacks in All Justice as well as in season 7 of the anime, and I think he may require a bit more than what we typically see from skill sets. I'm personally hoping to see Bakugo added to the Assault class, and honestly an argument could be made for Assault Shoto as well, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Bakugo's new set be a technical role and Shoto be a rapid, because why not? We'll learn more about how characters who receive second skill sets, or battle styles as they're called now, will be handled when they're revealed, possibly as early as next season, with Shigaraki currently being suspected to be the first to kick off this new trend. But like I said, anything can happen, and there is a major new episode of the anime dropping this weekend that could shake things up a bit behind the scenes for Ultra Rumble. I do plan to talk more about Shigaraki's new skill set specifically, but he'll be getting his own video dedicated to him because there were some recent discoveries made about his skill set that I want to share with you guys, so definitely keep an eye out for that video to be dropping soon. But now I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments. What skill sets are you excited for, and which characters do you think deserve a new variant? I personally would love to see a Prime All Might added at some point, just because that's the coolest character in the show that we've seen only glimpses of so far, so having a fully playable version of him would be amazing to see. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe because I have plenty of new videos in the pipeline, so make sure you lock in. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll catch you on the next one.